But as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me.
We're going to be unpacking exactly how we can navigate deeply chaotic times through faith and divine timing. When life just feels completely overwhelming, how do we actually move from feeling paralyzed by the mess to finding a structured, active sense of hope? It's really a journey from feeling totally buried by your circumstances to standing firm with a completely renewed perspective. Let's get into it. So let's start by validating a very real, very human experience. Are you tired of waiting? Do you feel like giving up? Or maybe you find yourself wondering if your prayers are even being heard at all. Listen, if you're nodding along right now, it's because that incredible fatigue that sets in when we're stuck in a messy circumstance, it's completely universal. It is an exhausting place to be, and honestly, just acknowledging that heavy emotional toll is the absolutely crucial first step. But here's the thing, there is a powerful reassurance in this text that challenges all of that exhaustion. The core message here is that a chaotic situation does not mean God has left the room. The presence of a massive mess in your life does not equal abandonment. It is so easy to interpret silence or chaos as a closed door, right? But holding on to faith means recognizing that the mess is not the end of the story. That's the foundational premise we're going to be exploring today.
Okay, let's jump right into section 1, when chaos takes over.
So what exactly is a messy season? Well, this isn't just a busy week at work or a minor inconvenience. No, it is a deeply trying period where your situation looks completely, uncontrollably chaotic. It's the kind of environment that just drains you, emotionally and spiritually. It's those stretches of life where the loose ends just won't tie up, and the sheer volume of uncertainty really begins to wear down your resilience and test your core beliefs.
The text points out a few distinct signs that you're right in the thick of it. You become just bone tired of waiting for a breakthrough. You feel like throwing in the towel, and you start seriously wondering if anyone is even listening to your prayers. And you know what? It is completely normal to feel this way when you're staring at a massive mess. Faith isn't about faking it or pretending the frustration doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging these very real symptoms without letting them have the final word.
Moving right along to section 2, the Micah 7:7 declaration. To find a real blueprint for handling this kind of overwhelming chaos, we can actually look at the biblical book of Micah. The prophet Micah wasn't putting on blinders or ignoring reality. Not at all. He was looking directly at a broken, messy world, feeling the exact same chaos and cultural decay we so often feel today. And in response to that harsh, undeniable reality, he didn't retreat. Instead, he stood his ground and made a very specific, incredibly bold declaration. He says, "But as for me, I watch and hope for the Lord. I wait for God my Savior. My God will hear me." Notice that structural turning point right at the beginning? But as for me, that is a resolute, conscious choice right there. It's an active response of watching, waiting, and declaring absolute trust despite the surrounding mess. He literally separates his own internal posture of faith from the external chaos happening all around him.
Which brings us to section 3, reorganization behind the scenes.
Now, this requires a massive paradigm shift. You see, when chaos hits, our immediate human assumption is usually, well, God has left the room. The silence feels like total abandonment. But the spiritual reality we're asked to embrace here is completely different. He is actually reorganizing things for your good. We have to trade the painful illusion of abandonment for the comforting reality of divine reorganization. It's a fundamental shift from seeing a total disaster to seeing an active construction zone. In when the mess is literally the only thing you can see in front of you, critical work is happening out of sight. The chaos isn't some random punishment, it's a phase of unseen reorganization. Truly grasping this concept, it completely alters how you experience a season of difficult waiting. It reframes the silence. Instead of this empty, scary void, the unseen realm is actually filled with purposeful action, preparing a path forward that you just can't quite view yet.
Let's move to section 4, watching for the move. This is all about making a conscious choice in our perspective. It is so easy, and honestly deeply exhausting, to fall into the habit of simply staring at the mess. We fixate on the broken pieces. But we have to actively replace that habit with a hopeful posture. Instead of staring downward at the problem, we need to lift our heads and start watching for the move. It is the crucial difference between dwelling in defeat and actively anticipating a rescue. So how do we actually do that? Well, the text gives us a roadmap. First, you have to intentionally shift your focus. It doesn't just happen automatically.
Second, definitively stop staring at the mess. Do not let it consume your vision or your daily thoughts. And third, start actively watching for that move. Breaking it down this way transforms waiting from this helpless, passive feeling into a highly engaged, focused activity. You're no longer just a victim of the wait. You are an active participant in your faith.
And that brings us to Section 5, Waiting with Expectant Hope.
When we're stuck in a messy season, our deeply ingrained human instinct is to grab the tools and try to fix it all ourselves, right? We try to force a solution. But guess what? You are explicitly relieved of that burden here. Fixing the entire mess is not your job. Your actual responsibility is much more specific and honestly sometimes a lot harder to execute. Waiting with expectant hope. You have to surrender the control you never really had in the first place.
So what does expectant hope actually mean in practice? Well, it isn't just passively wishing or, crossing your fingers. It's the active, daily choice to stop staring at the chaos. It's grounding yourself in the firm knowledge that unseen reorganization is happening and fundamentally trusting divine timing over your own panic. It's enduring the wait with an anchor, knowing for sure that behind-the-scenes work is being painstakingly done for your absolute ultimate good.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final, provocative call to action. When you are faced with the overwhelming chaos of your own messy season, will you choose to trust His timing today? It's a really powerful question to carry with you as you practice expectant hope and bravely shift your focus away from the mess and toward the move.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.